We stay swishing, 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 swishing. Rise up, stay swishing, 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 swishing. Willing every jumper with a flick of wrist. Never a doubt, a fear of miss. Anyone sleeping on my shots get fits. Cause every shot do nets, do rips. Cards, hearts, darts, rewards, smarts, sharks.
Welcome on in, episode number 57. We're back. Like Ronaldo Bulkman.
That wasn't his number.
I know, I'm kidding.
Yves Missy was 57, no?
55, I think.
Crap. Yeah, I got no one then. So let's start this pod off right by explaining that I've been going through some development personally as I'm prepping to move out, so hence why we didn't do a pod last week, but here we are back.
No, we didn't do one because your work schedule is a lot later.
Also that too. And now let's get right into some basketball action with the one and only.
Can you dribble?
No, I was going to say the college report.
March Madness is going on.
We are actually watching Duke and UConn as we speak.
Something extremely crazy that I have been following college maybe more closely than my compadre to the right or left, depending on how you look at it.
Not true. Let me do my report. So, with the college report, this is Sunday as we speak, live during Duke and UConn, watching the game.
We're at the arena.
No, we're not. They could clearly not see that any arena
the
stuff.
Backdrop.
Yeah. Stop interrupting, please.
As I like the backdrop of the arena.
No. All right, but anyway, Michigan moved on to the Final Four. Arizona has moved on. Somehow, Koa Pete and compadres beat the elite teams, and they are now elite. Facing another elite team in Michigan.
They act like they're not the one seed.
So, the real sticking point here is I am basically busted in my bracket. So, I have Duke as my saving grace, but so does a lot of other people, and I am screwed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised a lot of people pick Duke, because I know they're a good team, but they're kind of like frauds in a way.
Not really.
They have trouble.
Look at their
versus
record.
Decent teams.
Look at their record.
I know, but they have trouble.
Look at their record.
Look at Arizona's record, and you called them like...
No.
You're acting like they're
so
not a good
they
team.
can't shoot threes. That's the only reason I picked against them. Arkansas has a cuff.
They have a guy named...
One of the best.
Burries.
Are we going to do this again?
They have a guy named Burries.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. And Koa Pete. Krivas. Kappa, whatever. What a Serbian or Russian guy, whatever he is. But yes, Arizona's made the Final Four. They have finally not choked. And once again, Michigan...
Bryce James is in the Final Four.
He's not playing. He's not on the active roster.
So what is he?
Red-shirted. I don't even need my phone for any of this. But yes, it has been a thrilling March Madness. As expected, it is mostly chalk so far, as 2-1 seeds are facing each other.
What team has surprised you the most?
Can I finish my thought?
What team has surprised you?
No, can I finish my thought? Mostly chalk with Duke being the only one not decided yet, as they will win this game. This will come out after it, so my genius will show. But also the only 3 seed that made it this far, Illinois, is my most surprising team. There you go.
I was going to say the same thing, but
I was
what's
getting
it called? Iowa was also a surprise team.
Yeah, they weren't that good. I don't understand how they got that far. It's just luck of the draw.
Yeah. I don't know.
I honestly did not think UConn will get this far either. To be in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I put a bet on them to at least lose by 13, so hopefully they do that or less, or maybe win.
Yeah, with Reed and Caravan, Mr. Hurley as the coach, he is very experienced. You can never count out UConn in March, but this is a Duke team that is so skilled and talented, and with the length, I do think they are the ultimate winners of this tournament.
Well, I mean, you picked them, so you got to think that.
Correct.
But none of the games have like made you nervous watching them.
Not really.
Like they've been in some close games that people thought they would blow the other team out. So I don't know.
So they were dealing with two injuries that are, speaking on injuries also with them, the fact that Caleb Foster is playing after a broken foot 2.5 weeks after he broke it is an amazing miracle of science. Modern medicine has allowed these guys to come back so quick, including Jason Tatum. How do these guys go off major injuries and go right into games? I don't know if you know, but his first game back was the first time he did 5-on-5. Last game, Caleb Foster. And he fit right in. I don't understand that. I mean, the magic of youth, maybe, but...
I mean, it just shows the skill, but I don't want to bring NBA into this, but Maxey just got over, or he's not fully healed, but he sat for 3 weeks with a finger injury. He had a splint on it, but I don't know. I guess foot is a lot tougher to get through than a finger, if you have to say.
Really? I'd say so. How about the rise of Caden Boozer as well?
I tried to tell you, he's the better Boozer.
No, it's not even that.
He's the better NBA version.
No, because Cameron Boozer has been putting up double-doubles consistently.
He's also taller.
So?
It's a lot easier to get rebounds than assists.
Okay, but it's also like Caden Boozer is not the best distributor, so it's not like he's doing that great. It's just unexpected how he was able to fit right in. Like, he's been starting since the injury, and there's McCain's brother right there.
Yeah, if Duke does win, I'll at least be happy that he won. But anything else before we get into the NBA? Or are you wrapping it up?
Like mentioned, UNC sucked without Caleb Wilson. I don't know if we talked about that last pod, but that was a proper prediction by me. Just want to shout that out for showing non-bias on my bracket and picking Duke as well.
Yeah, I mean, apparently at the start of the year I had Houston, but then once the tournament started, I went with Arizona, so hopefully they win it.
I also told you Houston was highly overrated and that they weren't that good like a couple months ago.
I only watched one game and I used that judgment, so...
Yeah, they weren't like last year's Houston. I can tell you that right off the bat. Although Kingston Flemings is a talent, the team itself is not the same. Especially with these other teams, like the way they improved, they just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, and Michigan, we didn't really talk about them, so I want to at least say something about them.
Landenborg?
Whenever I watch them, it's like they have so much more fire than the other team. Like, they actually want to win so bad that they'll just, like, go crazy over the littlest things.
So they hustle?
They just show, like, energy in general. Like, not just hustling, but, like, when someone scores, they'll get excited. So, yeah, Michigan just has a lot more fire than all the other teams they've been playing. We'll see if they can keep it up versus Arizona.
The coaching is a lot better.
I don't expect them to beat Arizona, but at least they'll make it close.
The last thing I wanted to bring up in the college world is Obviously, UNC has fired Hubert Davis after 5 years, and it is by far the top position available. And a lot of people are whispering that they are going out of the UNC family to make this hire. And some of the names mentioned are Billy Donovan. We all know him. NBA current coach with the Bulls, am I right?
Old coach of Florida.
Coaching the Bulls. He's our number one target. And another one, funny enough, Tommy Lloyd of Arizona. He could jump ship after potentially making a title game. I said potentially because Michigan might beat them. Get Boozerd. Boozer just scored again. Sorry, guys. Anyway, that is the college report.
Yep, that is the college report. Switching gears into some NBA talk. Playoffs are pretty close. You got some close battles for the play-in tournament. Some close battles to get into the top 6. But there's been a couple injuries.
A couple.
I don't know, random. I don't know if I missed it or what, but Jaylen Brown has some kind of Achilles management lately. I don't know if it's resting or...
So, AKA, they are load managing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, because Tatum's playing today, but not Brown, so I don't know if they're just staggering them.
Yeah, that's called load management.
Um,
You can't sugarcoat it.
you got
It is what it is.
you got Cade Cunningham, who went out with was it a lung issue?
Collapsed lung, that's correct, after he fell.
Yeah, that's usually a pretty extensive injury, like not insane. It's like maybe a month or 2. But who knows? He could try to rush back for the playoff run, as expected.
And how about Philadelphia?
I'm trying to steer away from them right now because we might have a segment later on. But they are getting back healthy. That's all I will say about them for now. I'm trying to think of, I guess Edwards is supposed to come back next game.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of any.
Honestly, haven't been following the NBA as much with college going on. I watched the Knicks.
Yeah, they've been losing lately, and they got the Thunder today, so we'll see if they could compete with the Thunder.
The thing is, I mean, I'm more focused on the NBA playoffs than this little stretch. When you're a top 3 seed, you don't really worry too much.
I just find it crazy that the Pistons are still finding ways to win without Cade. Like, they don't really have a lot of talent, like, individually, but they just... I guess they still have their defensive identity, and...
Chemistry.
I don't know.
It's chemistry.
I guess. Culture and chemistry. 2 things the Sixers don't have.
Exactly why they are where they are and why they have issues. Culture, chemistry. That is the key to winning. It is not just talent. Everyone has talent.
Yeah, but...
And also, the NBA has approved the expansion.
Oh, yeah, they did. So, what was it, 2 teams are going to be added within the next couple of years?
Yep. So, that would be Seattle and Las Vegas. The names will be determined, but we pretty much know Seattle's probably going to be the Sonics. The Thunder just have to release the rights back to them.
Yeah, they'll take a first-round pick for that.
You sure? Do you think they need more? They might just want a second-round pick at this point. Or they're not going to have money for a first.
Yeah, it's... I don't think the commissioner would even allow them to go up a first for a name. Doesn't make sense.
No. It had to be like second-round picks or cash. They could use those, develop more players. That's pretty much their only roster slots.
It's crazy that Cam Boozer can't jump over a pencil.
Stop. That's false. False. No inaccuracies in your reporting here. And we also stopped the college report already, so.
Sorry. Yeah, I think that about wraps up
the NBA. But what I wanted to talk about, too, is the drama that's been happening outside the court. And we're talking about on fellow podcasters, on fellow NBA enthusiasts, as we should name them, former players even.
Yep, former player Roan.
I wasn't talking about him. Although he is part of what I'm saying here. So Pat Bev is back in the news as he is back podulating again. He started a new show as he was removed from his previous outlet. Still signed to Barstool because contractually he is obligated to fulfill that since he was found not guilty. He is allowed to start recording again and putting it out, but he is no longer with Roan.
I mean, I checked out his channel. It seemed like he's had that channel for quite some time.
Yep.
As there's some past beef and arguments on there.
Yeah, I believe he was prepping for the inevitable about to happen when his contract is up.
I mean, I don't want to indulge in the drama because it's really not my business, but
this is the business. We are podcasting.
It's not my business.
This is the business.
It's not the business.
We're in the podcast business right now, so it is our business to talk podcast.
I mean, they did put it out on the airwaves, so...
Yeah. Supposedly there was some miscommunication between the parties, and it does not look good for any reconvening, but both claim that they support each other.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to try to just go their separate ways, but it just sucks that Roan kind of left Pat hanging.
No, that's not the truth. It was actually Dave that made the call because of what he was told.
I mean...
Dave is in charge of the company.
The least they could have done is at least reached out to him, like called him or whatever.
They said they tried and he was playing games with them. That's what you missed.
I don't think I missed that.
You did. You didn't listen too well to me then. So the hooping and hollering guys, that's White Chocolate, Roan, and what's that dude's name? The young black kid. Tyler?
Maybe. I can't remember.
Something like that with a T, but yeah, I mean, he's a very knowledgeable guy, and they basically all made the decision together that they didn't want him back and told Dave that. And Dave said to Pat that they don't want you back because they have a good thing going without you. But the real story was that he lied to multiple times, not only to them, to the fans, which you refuse to acknowledge.
What did he lie about?
His contract for one in the Israeli league last year. He said it was a record setting and it was just the minimum.
Huh?
He said it was a record setting contract when he signed it. With full seriousness. And it was about like 1 point something.
Maybe he got incentives under the table.
He got kicked off that team. He didn't get any incentives. The truth comes out, Lucas. That's all I got to say. I mean, you could listen to any gas ups you want, but the truth is the truth.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say on that. I don't know if you got anything else, but...
No, I mean, I just like to talk about that because that's in my world. Like, I love the Hoopin' and Hollering podcast now. Listen to it every week. I enjoy White Chocolate. He was a guy I grew up, like I said, I loved that 99, 2000 era Kings team. And he was like the point guard. before Bibby, and he was doing all those fancy passes, street balling in the NBA. He would dominate today's NBA.
Oh crap! He just hit a 3. Yeah, but yeah, we'll be right back. We have a special guest we're gonna bring to you. Just hang tight. All right, so we're joined by a special guest, Michelle. We had our dad on earlier, so we slowly want to integrate some guests. Maybe in the future we could have Pat Bev on the show.
No, we can't.
If he wants to join.
No.
All right, that's a no from us, I guess. But yeah, she also watches the NBA and covers it professionally.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes, yeah. You might see me on NBC occasionally.
No, they won't.
Hi everyone. If you don't know who I am and you're in our basketball league, I'm Sleepers. Duh. Okay, hi. I have some opinions. Okay, so these two have asked me to be on the pod several times and I've said no. And the reason being is that I don't have years of watching the NBA. I started watching the NBA in 2021. And I'm being fully transparent because there are things I'm still learning about the history of the game and, you know, my team and all the things. So it's not, I don't always come with a confident voice, but I was thinking this week and I'm like, you know what? I do have some things I'd like to share, specifically addressing the 76ers since that's a team I mostly follow. Obviously, I'm trying to observe all the teams, but it's hard when you live on the East Coast and the West Coast at 10 p.m. But anyway, yeah, I just have some thoughts concerning that team.
Go for it.
All right, so obviously you're a fan of the Sixers, but you also have some stock in the Celtics. Is that right?
Lucas, shut up. All right, I told him, Lucas, that was a secret. I don't have stock.
You have stock.
I just think
fan.
I'm not a fan of the Celtics.
It sounds like it.
No, I love Joe Mazzulla. Okay,
sounds
who doesn't love that man? He is shut up. He's just they're just a great team. I'm not gonna be.
They're not.
I'm not gonna be biased and say they're not.
I mean,
Well,
just because you have
greatness-
stock in a team doesn't mean you're a fan. Because I have stock in the Spurs, but I'm not necessarily a fan.
It's not like I'm rooting for them against the Sixers. It's just that I think they're a great team, fun
By
to
calling
watch.
them a great team, you have...
No, I'm being
fandom.
realistic. They are a great team. They won the championship.
Once. That was 2 years ago, and they are no longer going to be winning.
Well,
Everyone
time will
has an
tell.
opinion,
Time
but-
will tell. But
I guess, do you want to talk about your real team first or your
Yes.
stock team?
so, shut up. I wasn't here to talk about the Celtics.
Okay.
Thank you for airing out my business. This is why I shouldn't tell him things. But anyway, so here's the thing. I'm a very passionate, emotionally driven person. And as observing the Sixers over the last how many years, since, the process has become the process, I mean, we all know that Joel and George came back this week. And George was suspended, as you guys know, for 25 games. So he hasn't really been present the later half of the season. Joel has been injured.
Nothing new.
Yes, and we've seen them play very well this week, right? We've won our games this week. Yay! Yay! As a Sixers fan, it's exciting. We currently stand at the 7th seed. Who's to say we will even get in the playoffs? But here's the thing. As a Sixers fan, it is very easy to be emotionally driven when you see Joel doing well. And I just wanted to come on and warn the people who are invested in the Sixers to not go all in. And my advice is not to just count them out altogether, but to not go on and take it like a game at a time, and to because it's just so easy to get wrapped up when you see Joel just playing. So I mean, even as a Knicks fan, you can say the man is talented, right?
You can't say.
Well,
he's not.
when you call a talent missing games, that's not an...
As a person on the court, when he's there, can you say that he's natural talent?
I mean, he wanted him on his team, so
to an extent, sure.
He did say he wanted Joel, actually.
Is he talented while also being a dirty and loser type mentality? Yeah.
What does that mean, loser type mentality?
They lose at almost every playoff series he's been in. He misses a lot of games.
He's been injured.
And he took out players on the Knicks in the playoff series.
You're still bitter about this.
AKA, he hurt Mitchell Robinson.
Your star player.
He's a quality center that we need for defensive prowess and offensive rebounding. So
Any thoughts?
we do care about him.
Thoughts, Dime?
I mean, the first thing that came to mind was when Dante DiVincenzo turned bright red at Kelly Oubre.
He's also
That's one of my favorite
Kelly
moments of
Oubre
all time.
is one of the all-time dirtiest players.
No, he is not. You just can't handle his swag.
It's not swag.
Anyway, do you have any thoughts as a Sixers fan, Lucas, on what I just said?
Yeah, I mean, they're getting back healthy. Obviously, one of my goats is Paul George, so I have, even though he's kind of tough to, like, stick up for sometimes, you can't discount his ability on the court. He's been looking like his old self lately, which is a good sign.
Which is a sign that the PEDs are still in the system.
Apparently, he's going to be playing in back-to-backs, which makes me more worried than happy. I don't really know if he's going to be able to handle it or if he'll end up getting hurt during one of those 2 back-to-backs. So I'm tempering my excitement till the playoffs start. Once they start, I'll be fully invested.
If you're even in it.
I'll be fully invested once, because we are going to make it.
You can't
I
say that.
I guess I am kind of invested then, right now.
Well, if you're really believing that, it's okay. Like, I'm trying not to get my hopes too high, personally. Let me ask you, do you think they are a playoff contender? Like, do you think they can go advance, to the second round at least?
That's, I don't know. I don't want to think that far.
You just answered it.
Right now,
He's not confident, in other words.
Right now, it's a no because they haven't played enough together. But once it starts, I feel like it's going to be a yes just because I'm excited. And you obviously have to root for your team, so.
Now, mind you, if they are the 7th or 8th seed, that means they're facing 1 or 2. So, yeah, good luck with your confidence there.
Yeah.
I mean, we are 1 game behind the 6th seed right now, and I think
even then you're facing the 3rd seed.
1.5 behind the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
But
how many games are left? Do we know how many games are left in this
I think 9.
Yeah, less than 10.
Okay.
But as the Knicks are the 3 seed, I am rooting for a 6 versus 3
Mm-hmm.
rematch.
Yeah, you're not getting the 6th seed. Hate to break that to you.
I think the Knicks are kind of fraudulent.
We're not fraudulent.
But yeah, that's my take on the Sixers. Yeah, we'll see what happens with them. So, what made you get into watching the Sixers?
Oh, that's an easy answer for me. Well, this is the real story, if you guys want the real deal here. So, Lucas obviously is a Sixers fan. My father he roots for a lot of teams, but he mainly reads, he grew up in Jersey, so he wasn't always a Sixers fan. Lucas was watching them, and I had moved back during COVID to our parents' house, where we currently all are. And I think I was just jokingly texting him that his team was winning. And you know how your phone is smart and it picks up on things, and I was watching the score on Google or something, and then I kept getting the score every time they were playing on my phone. And so I think one day I actually sat down and was like, all right, let me check this out. Why does he love this so much? And it was love at first sight. I don't know. It was just really fun. I guess being a person who's 5 foot tall, I've never leaned toward basketball, I'm short. And, we grew up playing baseball, and that was our thing. But for me, as a short person, I wasn't super athletic as a kid. I never considered being invested in basketball. But then watching it, I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then eventually I started playing it. after that I watched it because I was like, I should probably learn how to play if I'm gonna watch it and talk crap on people. But really, I think what's special about the Sixers is if you follow the players and like their personalities, you can tell. And even like if you've watched Jared McCain's vlogs, even being in Oklahoma,
Rather not.
even like he's the way that they talk about each other, it is truly a brotherhood. And I think that represents the city of brotherly love very well. And I for me, to see the love and camaraderie of that team was like, wow, these people are actually like amazing, decent human beings that like truly they love what they do. And I love passion, and I love seeing that in people. And I think that's what I loved most, was seeing like the genuineness of watching, my favorite player is Tyrese Maxey, and just his genuine love for the game and for the city of Philadelphia. And just him and Joel's relationship is really sweet. And Maxey takes, now he's got VJ, and he's always
You
got...
sure he doesn't like Garland, Texas more?
I mean, he's from Texas, obviously. That's, that's in his blood. But I think I just love this, that they really represent a city of brotherly love in a real way. So for me, I get pulled emotionally toward the game, but it's just fun. It's just fun to watch. It's just a fast-paced game. Baseball's kind of slow, so it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Although they did speed up baseball. Speaking
Even
on,
still.
go Mets!
Yeah, this is a Phillies podcast.
Obviously.
It is not a Phillies podcast. I do not represent any type of Philadelphia sports professional.
You
got...
stuck up for Villanova, so...
Yeah,
That's not
technically
professional.
Philly.
That's
You live in the
college.
Philly region.
That's also not my number one team. But this guy...
Brunson?
There's that little girl. Anyway, so that's my take on Philly. Obviously, I only have a few years of watching the game, but this, you get in the Philly energy. They're just so passionate about their team. That's why I like to watch Boston, because they also have that same feel.
You just admitted.
No, because it's
devotedness
devotedness to your team.
What happens at the end of every Sixers game when they win?
Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. I used to work out to that song when
We
I
are
first
the
got
New
into
York
it.
Knicks.
No one likes that.
Go New York, go New York, go.
That's not a song.
It is. Same era as before.
Anyways.
Same era as before. There's actually two of them.
Also, we have the
Go
best
New York,
radio
go New
announcer.
York. No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
I think he's up there.
He's up there.
Also, our voice announcer in the stadiums. It's his last year. He's retiring.
Mm-hmm.
Very
No one
unfortunate.
knows who that is.
Mr. Matt Cord.
No one
I'm
knows
sure
who
not
that
a
is.
lot of people know him, but he's definitely one of the best at his job. And
I'd say the Chicago Bulls guy is.
from Cameroon, Joel the Process
When did this become a Philadelphia pod?
Oh, sorry, you're overtaken here.
I'd say the Bulls guy is better.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know who it is either, but
exactly.
what about the Miami Heat
I
guy
think
too?
OKC's probably
Dos
the most well-known.
minutos.
Isn't OKC like the most talked about announcer? Or no, is it OKC or is it it's the Hornets guy?
Yeah, the Hornets.
The Hornets.
Broadcasters.
But if we're talking radio and like voice arena announcers, I think the Sixers got one of the best at each one.
No, they don't.
Bill Kennedy's back, guys.
Is he?
Oh yeah, he is. We saw him in a game.
It's my favorite
He's back from
referee
his
of all
injury.
time.
However,
After review.
He speaks so like high class and professionally about.
he's just theatrical.
We need him on the pod.
Yes.
I would love to
I would
have
love
Bill
to know
Kennedy.
him.
Now that is a podcaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he even allowed to talk about the game?
I don't know.
Like during his year?
Speaking on talking on the game, I really don't like the UConn 6-7 thing I just saw for no reason too.
But
That's like throw it out. 6-7.
Yeah,
Inside joke.
I'm 35. I don't do that.
Age is just a number.
It is true, but I'm not hip to the youth as I used to be.
Hey, yo, chat. Comment how old I am. You think I am if you're in the chat.
It's not live, but you can comment after.
After the chat.
In the comments
How
section.
old do you think Sleepers is? I love asking people that. Any more thoughts for me, boys, before I exit? You know what, Mara? You're not alone. I'm really upset. We don't have to talk about it.
Also about fantasy, I gave up. I'm not even participating.
I was on top! Freak default!
I haven't
That's
even
all I'll
looked
say.
at the app.
No, I'm happy for default. I'm mad.
Congratulations.
Speaking of
job,
playoffs,
default.
I wanted put this in the video before we end it. Who do you think is going to the finals, and who do you think is winning it?
Well, we've already know mine, so
No,
Michelle.
Yeah.
Default.
No, I'm talking about real NBA.
Oh,
We need your
I thought you were
prediction.
talking about fantasy. I'm so upset with losing. The finals. All right, that's actually a good question. So, I'm gonna be honest. I really, if the Sixers are out, I want the Pistons to win. Come on, they
Ew.
lost. They lost 28 games in a row 2 years ago. I just want to see them do well, and I love a lot of their players. Kate,
They've won enough.
obviously.
They've won enough.
And they've won enough. They need to win more.
80s, 90s, and 2000s, they have wins. Knicks haven't won since the 70s.
I don't care about the Knicks.
They've won enough.
Realistically, though, I mean, we don't know if Cade's going to be healthy enough. Like, what's the deal with him? They're still, like, they haven't
Collapsed
rested.
lung.
I know, but, like,
He's
we
supposed-
don't know
he
what's
might
going to
be-
happen with that.
He might be back for the playoffs, or like
He's going to try, I'm
at
sure.
least by the second round, if I had to guess.
If he can. If
But if you have that
if they
injury,
make
is that
it,
going
I
to
mean,
create, like, a mental issue where you're worried you're going to be sick? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just as a person who's dealing with that, like, would that affect your game if you're playing full games, you know?
he
It
needs...
affects your energy and your breathing.
Yeah,
That's
obviously.
tough.
Like, even mentally, I'm saying, like, that would be on the back of my mind while I'm playing. Like, am I going to be okay? I don't know. That's just
So
me.
who in the West?
Dang. So,
I'd like to change my prediction to the Thunder, by the way.
I think the Spurs look so good. It's really hard to pick between them and Thunder.
So it's one of them at least.
I want to say
Most people,
I
yeah.
want to say Spurs, but I just don't have a lot of confidence that I don't know.
We
Yeah.
haven't seen this era Spurs do
I
that
know
yet,
that-
so...
You don't want to pick a sleeper team like the Lakers.
No.
Someone already did that in this.
I don't want. You know me, sleepers. I would, but Spurs look really good. I guess I'm gonna go Spurs. I'm gonna go Spurs.
Fair enough. Anything else you want to say to the public before we end off?